Hello everyone and welcome to Top Priority, where we talk about stories that matter to women. I'm Christianne, Klein in New York. So what makes a woman hot? Well, if Hollywood's the judge, hot is all about looks. But today we're going to meet some women who want you to see how hot smart can be. Well, who are the real Hot 100? Find out next on Top Priority. Well, the Real Hot 100 is a project that highlights young women who are smart, savvy, and actively trying to make the world a better place. Later, we'll talk with two of these, quote, hotties, but now we're joined by the founder of the Real Hot 100, Gwynn Cassidy. Gwynn, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much.
Now, how did you come up with this idea? This sounds like a really great idea, a fun idea.
It has been fun. Last summer, some girlfriends and I were sitting around discussing all of the Hot 100 lists that kept propping up everywhere. They were on newsstands, they were online, they were on TV, everything from best breasts to most beautiful to, of course, Maxim magazine's Hot 100. And we spoke mostly about the Maxim issue because they had just released their Hot 100 list and had crowned Eva Longoria as the hottest woman in America for the second year in a row. So we thought, you know, we could do better. We prefer to define women more on what they do and how they interact with the world and what they're trying to do with their lives, as opposed to how their willingness to pose in a photo spread half naked and often sopping wet.
Now, how did you guys compile this list? What makes someone a member of the Real Hot 100?
We had a 3-month nomination period, and husbands nominated wives, mothers nominated daughters, friends nominated friends, and some women even nominated themselves. And once we had all of our nominations, we had hundreds and hundreds of nominations, we sat down and we selected the final 100, and it was no easy task. These women are incredible. They're smart, they're savvy, they're truly trying to make a difference in the world. So what we had to do was we kept asking ourselves, well, is she going above and beyond? Is she leaving her activism at the office? Is she really trying to impact her community or the nation for the greater good? And that's how we came up with our final 100.
And it sounds like you could come up with a list of just about anyone, a very eclectic list. Give us a sense of who some of these women are. We're talking to a few of them later, but I want to know about who these other women are.
This is an incredibly diverse group, and I'm so proud of that. First of all, geographically, we span the entire country. And industry-wise, we have we have 2 Protestant ministers, we have lawyers, we have scientists, we have one of the first women graduates of the Florida Space Academy on this list. We have a violin virtuoso from Tennessee. We have a woman-friendly sex shop owner in Chicago. I mean, the list is really diverse, both geographically, culturally, industry-wise. It's a really impressive group of women.
Was it really hard to pick? I would assume once you had that huge compilation, it'd be hard to narrow it down.
It was so tough. It was really difficult. We wanted to make sure that, I mean, the whole point of the Real Hot 100 is to present and to promote realistic, positive images of younger women, because we're just not seeing that in the media today. So we really wanted to have a diverse group of women, a group of women who are truly making a difference and who are absolutely passionate about what they do.
And you did something really neat here where you brought everyone together from that diverse, eclectic group. Tell me a little bit about your awards ceremony.
We did. We had our first annual awards brunch and fundraising event, and it was incredible. It was so nice to finally meet the women I've been emailing with for the past year. Through this project, I now count several of my closest girlfriends as hotties that I met through the list. The events were fun. The honors brunch, the awards brunch, was really a time for the women to get to know each other, to talk about the work that they're doing, to have an opportunity to truly network with each other. They're already doing so many incredible things in their daily lives, but the hope, of course, is that when they connect with each other, with really like-minded, action-oriented women, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely, and it sounds like you guys had a wonderful year. This is your first year. Are you already working on year 2?
We are. We have our 2007 list. We will be accepting nominations come early October, and actually I already have about 30, 40 in the queue of people who've just emailed me saying, I have a nomination, when are the nominations going to be accepted? So people are really excited about it.
Any holdovers from last year's list that didn't quite make it this year but might be on the list for next year?
I think so, absolutely. This was a really tough decision. I had set aside a Sunday afternoon for myself and my co-founders to select the final 100. It took well over a week. This was a really long process, and we were all really passionate about what we were doing. We wanted to get it right, and we had to cut some women that are extraordinary and really do deserve this sort of platform.
And Gwen, you could really just expand it next year and have the real hot 200, 250, 500. So, you don't have to stick with 100, just a thought for next year.
I like where you're headed. It's funny, when we were first talking about the project, sitting in my apartment, we thought, well, gee, maybe we should do the Real Hot 10. Should we do the Real Hot 100? Is anyone going to care? Is anyone going to notice? How will we get the word out? So we had some faith, and we went for the Real Hot 100, and we were floored by how excited people were by the project. We had no marketing plan. This was really, truly grassroots, and it was very viral in that bloggers picked us up instantly and embraced us, and because of them, we really got the word out, and across the entire country, and in fact across the world. I get emails from people in other countries saying, can you please do a Real Hot 100 list, in my country. This includes Canada, Hungary, South Africa, and in fact, the Guardian, the newspaper in the UK, asked us permission to do their own version of the Real Hot 100, which they're in the process of doing.
It's becoming an international hit. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Gwynn Cassidy with a Real Hot 100. We have to take a quick break, but when we return on Top Priority, we'll talk to two of the Real Hot 100 winners and find out how they're empowering women through rock and roll and through the web. Stay tuned.